So happy Thanksgiving to everybody. It's Thanksgiving here in the States today. So I had an hour this morning to come in and work a little bit on the truck. So I thought I'd give a little update. After I finished filming the other day, I went ahead and decided to do a little cleaning and put just a dusting coat of that cast aluminum paint on the transmission. It just didn't look that good up next to the engine. Everything on it was so nice and pretty. It just didn't look right. It was kind of just that old kind of dirty and tired cast aluminum. So I scrubbed it and just put a dusting of that cast paint on it. So basically, it is just. This has got literally just a psh, and then you wipe it off. A neighbor taught me that trick, and it worked pretty good. So it kind of gives it the appearance of brand new cast aluminum. And it doesn't look like it's been painted, so that's the nice part about it. So everything kind of cleaned up real nice. Some of the areas here I didn't get any painting because they were down below, but so I did that, kind of sealed it up so it can kind of stay cleaner from now on. So that's done. So I am actually I'm not going to mess with this today. I've got to put the converter on and bolt the trans to the transmission, but I'm not going to do that today. I also went ahead and redid the coil pack harnesses here. I stripped them down to bare wires, put a new MetroPack, I think it's a 150. It's an 8-pin connector with 7 usable, just like the stocks. I bought these for $1.50 a piece, something like that. So I rewrapped them with harness wrap and cleaned one of the coil packs up. They look pretty good. So I'm just going to run a stock style bracket and everything for now. May change it later. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, that's what I'm going to run. So that turned out pretty good. And then here, today, excuse me, the plan is, wow, that makes the truck look kind of orange, is to take the grill off and get this core support loosened up so that I'm going to come back this weekend after Thanksgiving and put this in the truck. So I'm going to, my main goal today is to get this front end disassembled so that I can get it out of here and slip the motor in, and I'll put it all back in. So that's kind of where I'm at today. Probably not going to film a whole lot just because I'm a bit of a time crunch. So I'll pick back up this weekend when we put the motor in and start doing some final assembly. So I've got everything torn down on the front end here. Everything went really smooth. The only problem I had was the bolts for the core support mounts here. They were seized in the bushings. So what I ended up doing was I unbolted from both fenders up here and here on both sides. And what I did was I just laid the core support back. The fenders they sprung just enough on each side. As you can see, they're pretty stout. They're not going anywhere. They sprung just enough on each side to just give me like a fuzz of a gap right here. So what I did was I just rocked it back, picked it up, and then kind of just tilted it in like this and pulled it out. So no problem. So everything's in. Everything's good to go. I am going to kind of clean the lower firewall down there a little bit before I put the motor in. So I'm done for today since it's Thanksgiving. I'm going to go home and enjoy that. And then this weekend I'm going to come back, put those together, put the torque converter in there, and put it in for good. So, and then reassemble the front end again. That's pretty much all I have for today. So we're going to pick back up on Saturday. So the day has finally come. The motor is in. I apologize for not videotaping any of it. We've got a snowstorm coming tomorrow that, first snowstorm of the year pretty much shuts the city down. So I wanted to get in and get this done and get as much done as possible today. So my dad came in and we got this thing in. It went in, no problems. I ended up taking off, and I'll show some pictures. I ended up taking off the core support and left the fenders on so that we could slip the motor and the trans in. And like I say, I'll show some pictures of that and kind of at the transmission and the engine as a unit. But everything went in extremely well. There is plenty of room around that 480 in there. I've got the high ump in here now, so it does actually have that extra room, but it's got plenty of room. The header's clear, no problem. I had to trim the ears off of the 480 on both sides. Everything fit, no problem. Everything went in. It's just sitting in here right now. None of the bolts are tight. The motor mounts are loose. The trans cross member is loose. So I'm going to try to center it and get everything lined up. Everything in here perfect. The core support is in here. It's just loosely bolted in, so these fenders aren't hanging any longer. So I got to tighten it up and line everything back up. I'm trying to think of anything else. It's been kind of a long day. We got quite a bit done. Circle D converter went in no problem. We put it in twice. The first time I heard no clicks, or, no clunks, and it just seemed like it went in. First put it up there and clicked all the way right back. So I took it back out and put it in again, and I got one click out of it and started, spinning it, and I was like, man, what is going on? So we ended up measuring it, and it was actually sitting in there. So we got the first click when we put it in, and then rotated and got the second click. It actually measures a little far. It's like 3/16 to a quarter from the flex plate, so I got to put some spacers between the flex plate and the torque converter. But the instructions show you how to do that, and actually came with spacers. So that was really, really snafu, if you will. Everything else went together extremely well. Set right in here. I don't know if any eagle-eyed viewers will notice that the motor mounts, I had them set in the wrong spot. I had them in the full forward position, so they put the motor. We put it in the first time, the motor was way forward, and there was like, man, you can get behind the motor. You fit between the firewall and the motor. It was crazy. So took them apart and put them in the stock location, so it puts the motor back where it's supposed to be. Gives plenty of room here between the radiator and the front of the motor. So that's pretty much it. I'm just kind of rambling. Again, I apologize for not having any video. We were just on a mission, and we got a lot done. So it's in. Any questions, concerns, anything you see is wrong, please let me know. As always, please like and subscribe if you'd like to. And I appreciate everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time.